Hey, it's Bitty Penny. Welcome to my channel. A little late this morning. No big deal. No big deal. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm jumping right into it because I gotta get a move on. Happy spring forward if you do that kind of thing. We're springing forward, y'all. We are gonna make ATCs today. Now, I want to make like 150 ATC cards, y'all, because I want to hand them out at Paper Ganza this summer. So I went to my printables and I also grabbed some stamps, not the doggies and not the kitty cat and not necessarily dress. That was all for something else, or the teacup, but these girlies here. And I went through my printables and I grabbed things that I thought would be fun to make for the chatterbox because I want to have ATCs to give to people at Paper Ganza. So I got the fairies because glitter fairies, that's a term fondly used at Craft Roulette. So I'll have a bunch of glitter fairy cards. And then these gals, I love these gals. I use them to make bookmarks. Gosh, it feels like a long time ago. Maybe it was 2 years ago. I don't even know. But I think they're fabulous. And I want some ATCs with these girls on it. I'm going to put different words like whoa, you know, some of the different Craft Roulette terminology. I grabbed these cute little critters and dresses because why not? And then I was just grabbing things like I love these ladies. This had chocolate on it and the word chocolate, eat dessert first. I think that works for Craft Roulette. And I love this lady. Have a piece of great pie. And this is just a random one. I don't even know where this one's from, but it had adorable little kind of paper doll things on it. Holly Hobby, because, you know, it seems like it would work. These girlfriends, they're Friday night besties. So I want to make some fun chatterbox. These were just random in there as well. My Alice. And then lots of craft and art related sentiments. Like mix your madness with a touch of magic. That would be really cute with, hold the phone. I'm going to cut that out for Alice. Just right now while I see it and think about it, I think it's perfect. I'm going to put that with Alice. So this is what we're going to work on today. We're going to work on ATC cards. Now I'd like to have about 150. Like, you know, when you take candy to the class, you got to take one for everyone. Oh, more glitter fairies, more sentiments. So this is what we're going to work on, the glitter fairies today. But also I have this magazine, this cut and collage, which has the smaller people. So I think they would be perfect for ATCs as well, because their scale is smaller and they're funny. And I like funny. So I will put some of them on there too. So this is what we're doing. I'm going to say good morning and hi to everybody. Okay, we have a limited amount of time, don't we? But that's okay. Let's cut down first the paper. I think usually I like to do mixed media ATCs and I like to paint my paper, but we don't have time for that. So we're gonna use this paper pad and we are gonna just find some, this is a great piece of paper, I think, because it almost looks like it's painted and it almost looks mixed media. Let's find some more. Let me find you guys. I always have to give it a minute for it to show me who's here and for me to get to sign in to my own. This would be pretty with the fairies because they're sepia and black and white, and this is super bright, so I think that'll be pretty. Oh, Paige, you're fine. Hold on just a second. Let me say good morning to everyone. Hey, Natasha. Hi, Jennifer. Hey, Beth. Hi, Susan. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Denise. So good to see y'all. Hi, Paige. Okay, so an ATC card is an artist trading card, and they are just such a great little well, so first of all, they're so much fun to make, and they're a great project if you have like a lot of scraps or things like that. And they measure 2.5 by 3.5. So they're like the size of a trading card, like a baseball card. And it's just a great way, like if you're going to a crop or you're going to a convention or you're going to a crafty group or anything else, it's a great way to kind of give a little handmade something, and you can trade them with others. So a lot of times, like we had an in-person class and we told everyone, bring some artist trading cards so that people could trade them with each other. So I'm taking this and cutting it. Now, this paper is directional, but I'm just cutting it down to 2.5 by 3.5. So I did 2.5-inch strips first because I wanted like my butterflies and flowers to be upright. But yeah, these are a great way to, one, if you have scraps, like I'm sure you can think of some scraps that are about this size in your stash. So you don't have to cut a brand new big sheet of paper. And I really honestly like to usually just take an 8.5 by 11 and watercolor on it, or do acrylic paints and mix media on it and make my own paper too. So these pieces are going to be my scraps. This is my scrap at the end of the day, but that's fine. We can use those things. Aren't they pretty? These are going to be pretty. So let's see, how many can we get from a 12 by 12? I think we can get quite a few. These are a great way if you have like leftover ephemera or stamped images. And what I've been doing is I've been going through my scraps and keeping a stack of pre-made out of my scraps artist trading cards. So these are all cut down to 2.5 by 3.5, and it's one of those things that I can just sit down and make a bunch, and I like keeping them on my desk. I wore a sweater in here this morning, and that was a bad decision. Hey, Jim. Good morning. Yes, it is the size of a trading card. And the reason why they're specific like that is because in the trading card world, if you know, think about like those, if you ever collected baseball cards, for example, I have to roll up my sleeves, y'all. Um, they had the plastic, you know, the binders with like the plastic sleeves in them. So if you keep them to the standard size, I know people who collect artist trading cards and they keep them in those binders. So let's see how many we got from a 12 by 12. We got 12. 12 from a 12 by 12. Pretty good. That's probably enough for today. I don't see us getting past 12. Let me lay them out. Now, on the back of them, it's nice to have like your contact information if you're comfortable with such a thing. You could put, if you have an Instagram, you could put your Instagram on there. If you have your YouTube, you can put that on there. If you don't have any of that, you can put your name and the date that you made it. You can title them. A lot of people like to title their artist trading cards. Let me see. So lots of artists make these. Typically, like artists who aren't even card makers make these. And they are just so much fun. I love making them. And I have videos on it with, you know, examples on my channel. So let's see how many girls we have here. We have 9 here, but I have more. And this is a printable from Calico Collage. That is an Etsy shop, and she does fabulous work. Hi, Linda. Hi, Mary. Jim, did I say hi to you? Hi, Jim. Oh, yeah. Old playing cards. Are those 2.5 by 3.5? I think they are. I thought about that, Linda, because, you know, you get 52 in a deck, right? So I just need 3 decks, but I would have to buy those. And that would just be silly because I have all this paper. But I did think about that. If you had them, you could definitely use them. These girls won't require too much fussy cutting because of all that beautiful hair. They take up most of the frame. Now, if I was really prepared, I would have already had my craft roulette words and terms printed in advance, but I wasn't that prepared. I think I'm going to cut some of this. Trying to cut her so that I can see more of that butterfly there. We'll see. We'll see who goes where. But for now, pop these on there. Now, hey Flo. Hi Paula K. Gosh, it's so hard to cut off their hair, but the girls are big. Okay, look. I'm editing. I'm not cutting out all those feathers and stuff. Can really fussy cut things fast when you edit. You can also you can use them as random act of kindness cards. Have you heard of those? RAK cards, for short, RAK. Page, they are random acts of kindness cards, are cards that you randomly give out for just for kindness. Like you can leave them places and let people find them. You can leave them on a shelf at a grocery store. I have found random act of kindness cards left at a grocery store before. And honestly, all it was a piece. Somebody had taken like Post-it notes and just wrote like "you are loved" on it. And they stuck it on a shelf at the grocery store or whatever. You can keep them in your wallet, especially these ATCs. You can keep them in your wallet, and when you get your oil changed and someone just goes above and beyond or is really nice, or a nurse or anybody, the cashier, the person stocking your groceries, you can give them a RAK card, a random act of kindness card, which could be an ATC. I know, all these acronyms, right? So if you, I know I don't get to go to crops very often or crafty gatherings, but I'm going a lot more than I used to in the past, so that's cool. So the one I'm going to is in July. It's in July. So I'm preparing in advance, especially because I'd like to have about 150 of these. So I better get to cracking. Okay, this is all of these definitely have to say glitter fairy, because that's why I'm making fairy ones. It's for all the glitter fairies. These are going quicker than I even thought, you guys. I'm trying to think if there's anything else besides. We'll stamp out glitter fairy and see where we're at with how much more I want to add to them. But I think what I will do is once I have them glued down, I think I'm going to go and outline them with like a gold marker or a metallic marker. I think that would be really nice. You can get as mixed media on these as you want. Yeah, exactly. And you know what? It's a good way to stay connected if, you know, it's kind of like if you kept some of these in your wallet, it's kind of like a crafty business card. you know, but maybe you're in a book club, or maybe you volunteer somewhere, or, you know, you're in a church group, whatever. But be a way to kind of share your craftiness and your makes with others. You know, it's never too late. You could always drop some of these off for the nurses, even after the fact. And all those that I shared at the beginning, I mean, they definitely don't have to be fairies like this. They can be, you know, all those different people that I shared and all the different sources for images. They can be anything. They don't. I'm just doing fairies because I'm going to a craft roulette event, and glitter fairies is a thing in that group. So, but you know, you can make these with any kind of ladies or gents that you want. And they don't even have to be people. Any subject matter, you can make these with any subject matter that you want. Oh, this always reminds me of my daughter, Sparkle Heart. So yeah, you know, these could have houses, dogs, shoes. I mean, you can put absolutely anything on here that you want. It doesn't have to be people. It could just be anything. I kind of gave her a big edit. I don't know that I like it, but it's done. Okay, so I need more fairies. And I have them. Let me just dig through my pile real quick. That's actually why I wanted to show y'all all the different, these were printed on different paper. Look at the difference. Let me pull the same gal if I have, I think these are the same ladies. Look at the difference that your paper makes. So this is definitely a more premium like photo paper, and this is just standard regular thirsty paper. It's totally gonna work though. Okay, so we need just 3 more girls. I mean, I can cut out 4. I can make a baker's dozen. I have more ATCs at the ready. Did you guys have a nice weekend? I hope y'all had a nice weekend. We went to the bookstore. We didn't make it on Saturday, y'all. After my live, I was trying to pull it together to go with my kids and my mom. We were gonna all go out. My mom was tired. I was pretty tired. I laid down. I was like, okay, look, I'm gonna take a 30-minute nap, and that should put me right again. Well, I took about a 45-minute nap, and I woke up and that did not work. I went back and took a 3-hour nap. So the 3 of us did not make it to the bookstore, but we went yesterday. And oh boy. Actually, I meant to bring one of those books in here to show y'all, because I thought, well, maybe they don't have printables, and maybe they don't have any of the things that I have, but maybe they have old books. You could also, if you wanted people, cut out old books. We go to this bookstore we have here in Texas called Half Price Books. And they always have a clearance section. So I went through their clearance section. That's going to cover up that butterfly. Let's put her over here. And I found some really cool books. everything I bought. Well, first of all, it's all at least half price of the suggested retail price. So whatever price is marked on the book, it's half of that at the most. But then they have a clearance section where everything's like $1 or $2. And I always go there first, especially if my intention is to cut it up. I go rescue things out of that clearance section. That's how I look at it anyways. Anyways, I found some great books that are on old film, like old movie stuff. And I finally figured out a direction for the art pieces that I'm going to enter into the art contest. We have a fine art contest at work that I want to enter. Actually, it's going to be quite substantial collage piece into. So I'm excited. We had fun doing that. My son was looking for a really old vintage video game. So we went to 3 different video game stops looking for that for him, but at last it could not be found. So he came home and got the digital version instead. And Sparkleheart just got candy. That's all she wanted. Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't know about my children. Which she already knows I said this. I said it to her in the store. So, like, I practically have a library's worth of art books and different kinds of books. I love books so much. We were in the bookstore and my daughter's like, gosh, I really don't like books. And she just kept saying like, yeah, I just really don't like books. And I was like, whose daughter are you? I was teasing her. And she's like, it just smells like books in here. It was hilarious. So I'm grabbing that one from the stack that I had. I can't help myself. It's always like this with me. I'm going to make one thing that's not like the others. I just can't help myself. Oh, that'll be so lovely to make some thank you cards. I'm sure they'll appreciate that. Okay, let's put this over here. So I might use some of these. These little tags I cut yesterday. I was recording a video for you guys, and then, hi, Miss Linda, and my camera filled up, and then it was like, I thought I was going to lose all the footage, so I was just sitting in my craft room, and I was stamping these out and cutting them out. So that's where these came from. This is from Red Lead, and I don't know what this is called because it doesn't say anywhere on it, but they're small, and it says like art girl, best friend, happy birthday, stamp girl, scrap girl, thank you, hello friend, and art sister. So I think these would be great on some of these, and we can stamp out the glitter fairy. Oh boy, if I can find those stamps. I don't know. I wanted to use my peg stamps, but I don't honestly know where those are. So let me grab a different one. I think we'll use these Lawn Fawn. I love Lawn Fawn alphabet stamps because they give you so many of each letter. So you can block up your words quite easily. It makes me so happy. So I love a Lawn Fawn alpha stamp set, and they have different ones. This one I like because it's really narrow. I picked this alpha set because they're skinny and narrow, so I could fit more like longer words in smaller areas. So we're gonna stamp up Glitter Fairy using this stamp set. This one is old, but you can probably still find it. It's called Milo's ABCs. It's really old though. Okay, and so Glitter Fairy, here we go. Absolutely, Mary. I'm going to have to definitely add some metallic. I think I'm going to put, I think what I'm going to do is use my acrylic markers and outline them in gold. Another way to do that would be to add, and I have lots of sequins. Yes, bring them, Linda. I need to put out the APB. Bring artist trading cards. I thought, Linda, that I would bring like A2 cards. Everybody loves their A2s. And I definitely have 150, but I decided, no, I'm going to stick to artist trading cards. Oh boy, this is getting pretty wonky on me. I'm going to have to stick them to something and then stick them to my block, I think. But yes, Linda, bring some artist trading cards. It would be so fun. Okay, let me put these on here and then I can kind of straighten them out. These alphas, as I was saying, they're really skinny and narrow, which is great because you can spell out long words in small spaces, but they are kind of tricky for the same reason. These are going to be wonky, and that's okay. It fits my style. It fits my aesthetic, I would say. Move this over a bit. There we go. This is kind of fidgety to set up, but once I get it set, I can stamp this out over and over and over again. I'm going to put Fairy on a different block. Oh boy, okay, this is an F and not an E. Okay, I'll take that, put that over there. I'll put an actual E over here. Hopefully this says glitter. All right. This block is better. This is actually a Dollar Tree block, I think, y'all. This one right here with this grid on it. I am liking that the Dollar Tree is carrying acrylic blocks. I think that's where that's from. See, it's so great that this stamp set has multiple of the same letters because I need 2 R's, 2 T's, 2 I's. If you only had one, it would make this process so tedious. If you only had one of each letter. You could always just write it out. You don't have to have stamps. or you could type it on your computer and print it out. Okay, so I'll get some ink. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to use my Memento Tuxedo Black, and maybe I'll stamp it on pink. Okay, girlfriend, you gotta move. Move you over there. All right, I have these scraps of pink, so I think I'll use that. Oh, there's a card swap. I really need to get on the Facebook group. I didn't even know that. I need to get with it, get informed. Paige, they are going to love your handmade cards. This strip of paper is barely big enough. These are kind of tall. But I think it'll work. Okay. I'm going to space these out so that I can cut them apart. Okay, so we got 2 glitter fairies. My stomach's growling. Here's another one of these strips. How you doing, Miss Linda? Are all our Lindas here? Almost. Hey, Miss Bethany. Miss Flo and Jennifer. Oh, really, Linda? Yeah. The koala paper. I love that paper. I know. Once you start printing on that kind of paper, it's hard to go back to anything else. It's not a must. It just makes the artwork shine. Glitter fairies. Tell you what, those barely fit on there. Just barely. Okay. Hopefully I'll have enough of these. These are just scraps that were off to the side. You guys, usually I do the grocery shopping, and at this point I typically go along, or maybe with one child will go with me, typically Sparkle Heart. But last night we all went in as a family, and I said, that's 3 times easier with all of you guys. I always spend more money when they come with me. Then you have to deal with the impulse of everyone. And not just me. With me, it's just chocolate. Okay, I'm going ahead and laying them out because then I don't have to count. Okay, I've got more of this pink paper, but it's not, it's these wider pieces. Hold on, I'm digging through my scraps over here off on the side. Here's, oh, that one's already been stamped on. We'll just stamp over the lilies. That'll be pretty. That'll be different. I think I like it better. I'm just going to stamp down here towards the bottom and I'll trim off the top. My daughter has a 3-day school week. Woohoo! Or no, 4-day. I wish it was 3 days. It's 4 days. This week. I'll take it. Okay, you guys, so I'm thinking about changing my live schedule. I know I said that, I think, last week. I'm thinking about doing Wednesdays and Saturdays. Saturdays because we have more time together. And it would vary based on if I had like hop videos to do, you know, collaboration videos for teams that I'm on, then that would alter it. Okay, so a few more. Just need 4 more. So basically what that would give me is 2 days a week to, well, actually more than that, but a few days a week to do other content for pre-recorded videos. I want to start making more pre-recorded videos again. And I have to give myself time to do that. So I'm thinking about reducing the numbers of days I go live. It would be 5 a.m. or in the maybe 5:30, 5 to 5:30 in the mornings during the week is the only time that I have to go live. And then on Saturdays, I like to go a little later because I know not everyone's an early bird like me. So on Saturdays, I like to go a little later, around 8. So, you know, people can sleep in. I don't go too late on Saturdays because I usually, you know, got things I want to do with the kiddos or like meet up with my mom, stuff like that. So I don't go too late, but I will start 3 hours later than normal and start at 8 instead of 5. I let everyone sleep in. I don't sleep in, but I let everybody else sleep in. Okay, that's everything. That's all the glitter fairies we need for right now. I don't use these alpha block stamps hardly ever. Y'all already know that, unless I'm doing, you know, custom sentiment like I am now. So I am actually going to leave the glitter fairies on the blocks. And that way later I could come in and stamp those up some more. Let me just do this so I can use this trimmer. I mean, I love hanging out with y'all. I want to hang out with y'all like every day, but then if I do that, I can't do some of the other things that I need to do to stay on top of things. Like, I really need to finish those digitals and get those digitals in my shop. And I have this, I want to do this big art project for the art fair contest. And that is coming this summer, but I have to give it time, consideration, It's going to be a lot of collaging. And the thing is although I think y'all like to watch the process, not everybody would. I'll share parts of the process, but I won't be able to share the whole thing. So that is why, because otherwise I'd love to just hang out with y'all all the time. Making art is great. Making art with friends is the best. I could just have glitter fairy. For some of these, I might do that. I'll just keep the fairy over here. Especially the ones that already have another label on them. So essentially, I'd be cutting out Mondays and Fridays. Glitter fairy. So glad we stamped up all those fairies, and now I'm not even using them. Hey there, Miss Natalie. So good to see you. Oh, she doesn't have her fairy wings. This girl right here, we're going to have to add some. I wonder if this one's narrow enough to just go all the way. It is. What if we bump her up, put this underneath, do that? Totally. We could do the same thing probably with this girl, because she doesn't have the fairy wings. We could put Stamp Girl right here and add the fairy. Yeah. There we go. I better get to gluing at 6:35. We might not get all of these done. Here's what I'll do. I'm gonna stack these. See why I have to get started now? I need 150 of these by July. Gotta get started. Linda, I'll have to go on and find out more about the card exchange. I have so many cards, it wouldn't be hard for me to do a card exchange. Okay, so I think this will work. We'll focus on finishing these two gals this morning. Let's bump her over there. Yay, I get to see more of that butterfly. Okay, so we will glue these down. Hey, Miss Angie. Good morning. Hey, guys. I'm looking around for my favorite acrylic markers, which are the Ohuhus, and I don't see them in here. I think they're still in the other room. Miss Angie, I'm making ATC cards to trade, so you'll get one at Paper Ganza. Glitter fairy cards. I really want to stick a fairy wing back here. Hold on. See if I can still pull her up. This glue dries pretty quickly and it's very permanent. That's about how much I can lift. I'll try to find a butterfly to pop behind her. Got to give her some wings. bump her all the way up to the, there we go. Let's do that. It's a little higher than when we had her before, but I think it's better because this was a little cut off and that's a little cut off. And then we'll put glitter fairy right down here. Oh, the time chart change can be hard. I had been waking up at 3 a.m. last week, which is probably why I had to sleep 5 hours extra on Saturday, because I had like 3 days of waking up at 3 a.m. and doing normal stuff all day long. By normal stuff, I mean working all day, doing all the things. So I just grabbed my ephemera folder and turned straight to the butterflies. We're gonna grab one of these pre-made, pre-colored, and I'm gonna cut it in half. Dissect that little buddy, and I think I'll put that in her hair like that. I would have preferred to put it lower, like down here, but I don't think I'll be able to do that. For one thing, it's going to cover up our label. It's got to go up here in her hair. It's just the way it has to be. Now I can glue that back down. There. Okay. Now, let me grab a marker. Oh, I know what markers to use. I'm going to use these Jane Davenport ones. I always forget I even have them. I need to reposition them in my marker holder so I see them more often. But I have these, they're called Tippy Toes. I almost called them Twinkle Toes. They're Tippy Toes from Jane Davenport, and they are perfect for this project. So they're metallic, and they have a fine point. And they're very opaque. Let's grab something that's more fun. Let's try this blue. Oh, it feels like it's dry. There we go. Well, no, it's pretty dry. I need to use these, you guys. They're not that old. I don't think it's that kind of pen, but I'm still gonna try. I wonder if I can put this in some kind of like alcohol solution or something. Something super dry. Ooh, there we go. Clean all this up. Give her a pink halo. Give this girl a pink halo too. Just for the fun of it. And her fairy wing. Alrighty. I could add more glitter and stuff to that. I'm going to see if I stand that up, if it works better. I wonder if I can reactivate them. I should email the Jane Davenport people and ask them that. All right, let's put some Wink of Stella on the glitter fairy part. As you can see, ooh, that's a lot of Wink of Stella. Good. It'll be very glittery. You could just sit and embellish these all day long. I mean, I could. Because next I could totally add some embellishments, like, see how glittery that'll be? Glitter fairy. Glitter fairy should glitter. Don't tell Pam. Okay. I think that's enough for now, though. And then I'll get out of here. I'll skedaddle and go do the things I need to do. So we'll call these done for now. The glitter fairies are glittering. Good on them. They both say Stamp Girl. They've got little halos around them, and they're so cute. On the back, I can just stamp my stamp. I can write something. What I've done in the past, I don't think I have them on my desk anymore. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. In the past, I just printed something on like a label and stuck it on the back that had, like, you could put a QR code, you could put whatever you want. But in the past, I just stuck something on there. I put probably way too much Wink of Stella on it. But it is so glittery. So now I have, how many more? 11 more of these to finish up on my own time. But we get the idea. And it'll be great. I'll have 13, my first 13 done and ready to share at Paper Ganza. And I may end up doing this kind of layout for all of them. I like it. And then I don't even have to cut Glitter Fairy apart. So we made glitter fairies today, you guys. Glitter fairy ATC cards. How much fun is that? So I'm not making 150 glitter fairies because I'm going to make about 15 and I'm going to be done with that and I'll want to move on. And so there will be about 15 glitter fairies, and then I will make some with all these other materials that I had pulled out. I think these girls are probably too big for an ATC, but I could put them on an A2 card and put craft roulette per, like, I can make them funny. And I've got the Holly Hobby, so I can make 9 ATCs with those girls. I've got these girls. I can make a whole bunch with them. And you get the point. And I'll add chocolate to some of them. These girls, see, Friday Night Besties, headed to craft roulette. I could definitely turn a lot of those into ATCs, and these would be cute too. Like, put a bird on it, put a cat on it. So yeah, that's what I got for you guys. I had a lot of fun hanging out with you. Thanks for spending your time with me. I will be back on Wednesday, and we'll just kind of go from here. And then who knows, I'll probably be like, I miss you guys too much, and I won't change my schedule, but I'm gonna try. But I'll be back on Wednesday. We'll do something completely different. But making ATCs with you this morning was lots of fun. I hope you guys have a really great day, And it's a Monday. I hope it's a good one. I'll see all you guys later. Bye.